Win as one. EA Sports FIFA 21 sponsors Saturday Social.
Let's move on. Let's talk about this game right here then. Manchester City travelling to Arsenal as the most informed team in Europe, smashing more and more records along the way. Now, the club posted this on their socials this week after they reached the milestone of 10 consecutive top-flight wins at the start of the year. So, Chunkz, I'm coming straight to you. Simple question. How do you stop Manchester City?
I'll be real. They're playing unplayable right now. They're outrageous. I've watched all their games. Every single player is playing great. Like Rodri, Gundogan, you've got Sterling, Phil Foden. Everyone just put in a shift. Flipping Cancelo. When did he turn that good? I don't even understand. He was on the bench last. I don't get it. Honestly, unplayable. I don't know what's happened to them. I think Pep has gone into that change room and told them, listen, Liverpool are looking dry this season. We have to smoke everyone. And they've just listened because, it's just not fair. It's really not fair. I thought that with their Aguero situation, they were going to play average, but even Gabriel Jesus is playing well, so unplayable.
I like that. I can see the sadness in your eyes right there. Yeah. Rambo, Kevin De Bruyne is back. Aguero could feature. Ilkay Gundogan's back in training after missing the game midweek as well. How impressed have you been with Man City recently?
The depth, man. The depth. You're putting these players' names out there, and then, like Chunk said, you had Cancelo on the bench last year. You've got you're bringing on Laporte to start a game because Diaz has got a sniffly nose. And I'm just like, this team's in this league. You're not just Liverpool. This team's in this league. You don't have defenders at all. And it's disgusting how much depth you've got. But on a real level, what Pep's done to this side, he's like rekindled Gundogan's form at Dortmund, which he had in his early days and turned him into like this. I don't even know what position Pep would call this, and I don't want to disrespect it, but it's basically like a false 10. And then João Cancelo playing as an inverted fullback, didn't even know that existed before. In fact, an inverted creative fullback. And I just think the layers that City have at the moment make them pretty difficult to play against. And Pep's not shy of tinkering a little bit. He makes a little change in every single game that helps City get on top of the game. Kyle, I wanted to ask you, seeing as you watch City, and obviously I've watched City, and I'm going to say, by the way, that tweet of the 10, it was so specific to the record, I was a bit like, it's petty. When you've won 25, it's not a real record. It's a petty one. 10 wins on the trot in the new year, so we've got a record. I was like, yeah, you're stretching. But as a City fan, how do Arsenal stop City?
I actually don't know. Genuinely, you would have said the defensive issues over the last year, but that's been sorted. John Stones seems to be playing the best football of his life right now. I guess you could look at Aubameyang and the fact his Premier League form recently has been top-notch. You could look at him, but even then, Aubameyang is a world-class striker, but Ruben Diaz and John Stones, if those two do start, they're so confident. They're going to be confident in their own abilities. You've got Zinchenko playing great on the left as well. Who would have thought that would have happened? On the right, you've got Walker or Cancelo. You've got Rodri in the middle, Gundogan. I mean, I could keep on listing all of these players right now. One man. Yeah. Okay, all right, Chunkz, I'm sorry.
You know what? I want to interrupt you. I want to interrupt you, Carl, because you've been hyping Man City there for 30 seconds. So do you think now, because Pep was brought in originally to win the Champions League, if he does not win the Champions League this season with Barca in a bit of a state, Real Madrid in a bit of a state, Bayern Munich not top of the Bundesliga or not flying in the Bundesliga, Juve struggling, is it a failure of a season if he doesn't win the Champions League this year? Because you are by far the best team in Europe right now.
Yes.
No, it's not a failure. It's not a failure because people will say that Pep was brought in to win the Champions League, but the club and Pep have actually said that's not true. He was coming to win trophies. Yes,
they would though. They would say that. They would say that.
They would
say that.
They would say that, bro.
Yeah, we've not won it yet. Who cares? We've done the domestic treble. No one's done that before. 100 points in the Premier League. Let's focus on the positives. All right, guys? The Champions League will come.
Why is Kevin De Bruyne always coming back when he comes up against Arsenal? What's wrong with him? I don't like that. Bro. Like every time he's injured, I would say, yeah, a couple months, cool. He hears there's Arsenal on the weekend. Yeah, I'm ready to play again. Get lost.
We saw his smile when he came off the bench against Everton. He looks up for it. But Chunkz, surely, I'm going to mention one player who could get at Zinchenko on that left side. Saka.
Oh, Lionel Saka.
He could do some damage.
Yeah, Lionel Saka. I'll be honest with you. See Lionel Saka, yeah? Fearless. The brother's going to... I'm telling you, Zinchenko is holding it. That's a fact, guaranteed. That's what I know for a fact. The rest, obviously, I'm not going to really talk too much because we have our own defensive issues. Tierney, we are really missing out on him. I can remember there was a stat. It was like 4 out of 4 games we would play with him. Like we won all 4 games, and then the last like 5 games we won 1 of them. So it's like I know how having Cedric and Bellerin on the wings ain't going to help us, especially with Raheem and Phil Foden. So I reckon we're going to be holding smoke. But you know, what I mean, what I can do is pray and happens. God.
You know, Kieran Tierney might be back. It might be back fit. Would you risk Kieran Tierney even if he's only
risk
like
it,
50%
risk.
fit?
Risk. It's risk time. Because you see, when you put either, it depends on what they're going to do. Because they might put Phil on that right. We need to shut him out because he's incredible, bro. So even when I was watching him play against Liverpool, he looked so like fearless, bro. So yeah, I would love to risk it. I couldn't care less. Bring back everyone, just please. Let's try and calm down the result. I don't want to get smoked, man. I've had enough.
I can see the nerves already. Let's get some score predictions. Yeah. Chunkz, I'm coming to you first. Score prediction.
Well, we'll go 1-1. I mean, just a bit of a fence defense because
on the fence. After all of that.
No, we'll go on the fence. We'll go on the fence because Kieran Tierney's going to have a blinder and Lionel Saka's going to score a goal. So yeah, I'm going to say 1-1. You can ask me after.
And Rambo?
I'll tell you what I generally think.
Rambo, quickly.
I reckon 2-1 City. It's a tighter game than people think, I think.